Speaking of interesting times, the FIFA Women's World Cup. We're in
Another
Australia.
hard pivot.
If it wasn't down the rabbit hole, it'd be called Hard Pivot. That's actually a good name.
It's not bad,
It's a good name. I'm going to trademark that one. Hard Pivot podcast.
Something else, yeah.
It's popping.
It's happening.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't think that it would be as popular as it was.
Again, I guess a one viewpoint that is overrepresented in society, but
Maybe over vocalized, but not shared. Let's just anyway. Look,
yes,
I'm mildly surprised. I'm surprised and I'm happy. So look, let's look at
pivot there.
Let's look at the figures, right? The current FIFA World Cup is held in Australia and New Zealand.
Yes,
I was looking at the stadium figures. Most of the games are getting over 70% occupancy.
Nice,
which is huge.
Nice.
Massive. In Channel 7, the highest rated TV program for 2023 so far came on Monday when the Matildas beat the Dutch. Was it the Dutch? Yeah. The Danes, yeah.
Netherlands,
yep. But that 3.56, that's bigger than the AFL Grand Final. Massive, bigger than the NRL Grand Final. That's...
So hold on. In context of, because... So it's the highest rated for this year, but in comparison to previous sporting events, you're saying that it's rated higher than that as well?
I don't know about that specifically, but this year it's definitely popped.
Well,
it's big. The fact of the matter is the numbers are big, right?
Yeah.
I don't even think. Well, then I don't know because Australia's. I think we're hosting the Rugby World Cup in a couple of years' time as well. But look,
as in women's or men's?
Men's, yeah. But look, I think this is great. Great for the game. Would you say there's an energy in Australia here's my question to you.
Yes.
Do you think there's so much anticipation and excitement because the Matildas are actually in contention? Like, sure, that is.
We've got a chance, guys. We can do this.
We could win something in soccer, which will never happen for the men. But
football for our friends overseas.
But there's an element of it. Come on.
There is an element of that, 100%.
Yeah.
I also think that there's I guess the economic benefits of having the event here as well.
Well,
yeah, it's exciting, I think. And if I'm
have you watched any of it?
I've watched teeny tiny bits of it.
In your defense, soccer is just not not, you wouldn't watch even like the World Cup finale like normally, right? Maybe you would, but like
back in the day when it was like a bonding experience with my dad, but otherwise
it's not your cup of tea.
High on my list.
Yeah.
But that's just because I'm not a football fan. The furthest I go is, I guess, Ted Lasso, but then that ended badly. But anyway,
come on, man.
What's
Are
up?
we serious?
Season 3, probably should talk about that anyway. I got to make it interesting for me, right?
Unbelievable.
But seeing some of the tidbits, I guess for me, it's the wider, I guess, commentary again on society, again on like, I guess, the changing perception of things, being more open to the representation. That's what's exciting for me.
I think the event has run into a perfect storm of variables that has contributed to its success. One is there's probably no major sporting event happening now as well, so they don't really have to fight for attention and eyeballs at the moment.
Yep. Context. Yep. 2
is Australia is the best country, the most multicultural country in the world, right? Amongst
high up there.
Tell me, like Canada, maybe, like who else? Like we have to be up there, right?
UK's pretty.
The reason I say this is if you think of all the countries that
that's
come
definitely
here, of course they would get, because like if you're from the UK, the UK soccer team comes in. Yes, you know what I mean? US. So I can see that in the same way that when the rugby the men's one come over, I have no doubt that it will pop as well. Just because there's so much different nationalities here supporting. So, for example, I'm Fijian.
Well, yeah.
When the Fijian team comes,
Central.
So that's definitely one element, right?
Yeah.
The second element, So not a lot of competition in terms of eyeballs, which is a real thing. And secondly, the country is just like if it was in Russia, God forbid, like who
Look, no disrespect,
no disrespect. But I'm just giving an example here.
We don't want to be on a kill list, all right?
I'm a Putin fan. I mean,
no!
update.
We're not getting into this rabbit hole. No.
All right. Okay. I was just joking. You know what? I'll take that. Okay. Cut. All right.
This is. I was just trying to make.
But anyway, look, I'm excited for it. But my question is, let's just say the Matildas. They take this all the way home, right? Big momentum in Australia. We love women's soccer, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. Can this momentum cover or continue is the right phrase after the World Cup? Is this
I think so.
Do you think so?
I think so, 100%. Well, like if see, Chance agrees too. I don't know if you caught that audio.
Yeah.
Look, there's already moves being made, right? So on top of this,
Disney.
Netball. I think the women's netball team won their championship, the world equivalent.
Yeah.
That also made some news.
Yeah, but netball's just never gonna.
Hold on. Wait a second. And then on top of that, I think NRL is making those big moves now this year to really prioritize featuring.
They are.
And kind of
basically highlight
democratizing the viewing of the women's league, right? Through State of Origin and through the normal games, right?
Yep.
So it's definitely happening. It's regardless of your own opinion and viewpoint, there are moves being made by the organizations because it is the right move to make.
Of course. Yeah.
So therefore, to answer your question, the momentum is picking up, baby.
It's all in the right direction. Let's hope that, the Matildas bring it home. But even if they don't bring it home, to me, the seeds have been sown. It's happening. Like we've seen how big the television. It just shows, by the way, that like winning a major sporting event can really jolt
change.
Change
things. Yep. Because again, it's what is in it for me, right?
But it also does show that the bang for buck that you get for let's just say women's soccer in this example, it's really important for the right countries to win. Do you know what I mean though? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not being like facetious about it. It's
your context. It's 100% your context, right?
It really does help. I mean, we had the men's World Cup recently in Abu Dhabi.
I'm not sure where. Sorry.
And I'm not saying that it wasn't a massive event, but I'm just saying that it was shrouded with a lot of controversy in terms of the human rights stuff and all that affecting there. And unfortunately, maybe that got a little bit more coverage than it should have. No, that's wrong. That definitely needed. But you know what I mean? It combated against it, right?
There's a whole lot of, like you said, perfect storm. All of these conditions that bubble into, like, take away sporting events, right? Any bloody event that you're trying to organize, right?
Yeah.
It's just a matter of, like, you want to get this person to come with you, like to go to your event, and then the weather changes. If we simplify it down to that fact, there's a whole lot of things that can impact the success of something.
It's good. We're excited. Go the Matildas.
Woo!
I think we should watch one game. To be honest,
100%.
Another thing, like the quality of the soccer looks good, decent. I mean, for someone that doesn't really watch it, so like it's good.
Again, as long as you're aware of your
the bit,
context.
Sorry for cutting you off. the bit that I really liked is
awareness.
It seems like these women are getting a lot of sponsorship opportunities, which is great.
Yeah. We've got not gonna list the brands because you gotta pay us, but there's big brands, and I do think again it's the point of, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah,
it's again the point of this is the right thing to do.
There's a lot of diversity and inclusion sort of stuff going in there, which is again a good thing, and it's not unmerited because the viewing numbers are there.
Yeah.
So like,
let me contend that point. Let me. I don't like that. I get what you're saying.
I know you don't like that,
but I don't like it.
No. Okay, I know you don't like that, but let's not fight. Like, the fact of the matter is, the reason why a lot of women's sports are underpaid is because they don't get the viewing and the pull numbers on it, right? That is the fact.
No, I understand. I understand that, but I still can also express my,
of course, disdain about it, but. This is a good news story because all the product has to stand on its own merit. It can't be propped up on inclusion and elements like that, which is
Hold on, wait. I don't like that wording at all. Yeah, I get what you were saying, but it's like it's okay. So so men have merit already as it is.
I'm just saying
just by the physical being.
In this particular case, the product is elevating on its own merit, which is great to see. And the fact that the women are doing it is just amazing, like topping on the top.
It's about damn time. Ooh.
I thought we had to listen.
Too soon. But you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. All right, we'll hard pivot out of this because this is going into like actually that's a meme there.
Guys, what you call it? Do your Photoshop. Send it to us. We'd love to see it. I don't know.
Let's get the Down the Rabbit Hole podcast trending.